Hey everybody, WhySoWookie here. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at Pubg Update 16.1, all the new features that are coming to the game, as well as some changes that are being made. Apologise if you hear some construction work in the background. Recently just moved into the new house and there's still a lot of houses being built, so hopefully it won't disturb us too much, and let's jump right in. So, moving forward, they announced that with PC and console, they're basically just going to do one set of patch notes now, and then if there's a specific change for one platform, they'll have it in brackets, and I'll obviously point that out to you guys as we go on. So that just means there's only going to be one set of patch notes, and we're not going to be doing the same thing over and over again. The first thing they're doing is a bit of weapon balancing, and they say, after we tone down the M16's reload time, base damage, initial bullet speed, and drop off in update 7.2, they found that people had switched and shifted from using the M4 as the primary weapon over to the barrel, and they also noticed the same thing with the SLR and the DMRs. So they found that most people's loadouts ended up being some combination of like barrel SLR. Now, why they don't want to just stop people using good guns and then changing it and then just use something else, what they've done is they've improved some other weapons. The M416 is getting a buff from damage 40 to 41. And it's also increased its bullet velocity as well from 780 meters per second to 880. So that's quite an increase there as well. And then the damage drop-off range has been increased from 50 to 60 meters. So the M4 will again be a bit more effective at more mid-range full auto sprays. It should also be easier to track vehicles across the screen as well if you're doing bridge bots with the bullet velocity. You shouldn't have to lead quite as much, especially within that shorter range. So that's good, so you'll probably find more people be using the M4s again, because it is easier to control the recoil than something like a barrel. But yeah, we'll just have to see how that one plays out. The next thing, because SLR has become so prominent, they want to increase the amount of 5.56 used on the maps. So obviously we've got the Mini 14 on multiple maps. On Sandhawk you've got QBU, and then the Mark 12 was on the new Tego map. Now the Mark 12 is going to all maps that are in the current playlist, so that includes Arangal, Miramar, Karakin, Sandhawk, Tego. That's going to be available on all of those, and obviously that gives you another 5.56 DMR option. Now this is pretty good if you like me and you like getting all your weapons to level 100. It's going to give you easy access to this weapon, and that'll be super easy. As well as that, at the same time, its damage is being buffed from 50 to 51, and again its drop-off range from 75 to 90, so it should be more effective at those longer ranges. Sometimes on Tego, at the long ranges when you're shooting fire, it felt a bit weak, but that should improve that a little bit. SMGs and shotguns, they're aware that there's been a lot of feedback from the community. As always, they do try to listen to the community, but they're not making any changes to those as of yet, because they like to get a good few months worth of data before they make these changes. This is why the weapon changed, unless it's immediately apparent, they don't change them very quickly. So that's just a bit of feedback from them on why they've not changed yet. They've changed the porter vehicle spawns for ranked matches on Tego, so they're there when they should be now, so you get more consistency in that. The map service schedule is updating, and they say, as winter melts away, we'll be saying goodbye to Vikendi for a while and welcoming Karakin back to normal matches this season. And then the normal match rotation is going to be Arangal, Miramar, Sandhawk, Karakin and Tego, and in ranked you'll have Arangal, Miramar and Tego. Along with update 16.1 will be the start of ranked season 16, and also at the start of ranked season 16 you'll get your season 15 rewards, and as usual your bronze and your silver tier you just get an emblem, gold and above you get a parachute skin as well, and then when you get to master and top 500 you get a unique emblem as well. They've made a little bit of a change to Miramar's minimap. It's slightly adjusted to represent a clearer and more realistic appearance, so they've just changed up the colour a little bit there. They've adjusted the UI and UX in the Friends tab to make it clearer and more obvious with platform specific, so that's more of a console thing. And then they've made it more obvious for friend requests and recent players. The match report will now show players' combat records and kills and downs. They've done a little bit of a performance improvement, so unnecessary in-game access such as widgets, sounds and animations have been removed from the game in order to improve stability and loading speeds, which is always nice. And then they have made a big list of bug fixes as well. Some that are PC specific, some that are console specific, and some that are obviously issues on both. So I'll not read all those out for you, but I will leave a link in the description of the video so you can go and check those out. If there's a bug that's been plaguing you, you can see if it's on the list there. And that's it for update 16.1. So it's not the biggest update ever, just a bit of quality of life and bug fixes. No new survivor pass yet, so we'll have to probably wait to 16.2 for that. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, consider liking and subscribe to see more. Wookie out.